2. The radio glitch and the rearview mirror. Walking away was the easiest thing he'd done in years. No shouting, no flipping of desks. BBB just turned on his heels, a phantom in the wind. By the time the shift manager even noticed he was gone, B was already back in his car, engine purring. Nary. See, peeps? That's what we call protecting your peace. But little did the bad boy know, the peace was about to get real loud. BBB sighed, adjusting the rearview mirror, but instead of his own reflection, the glass rippled like water. He blinked. Once. Twice. The reflection returned to normal. Nary, BBB said out loud, his voice smooth but carrying a heavy bass. Did you write that part, or am I bugging out? Whoa, don't look at me, B. My script just says he drives home. I ain't putting ripples in no mirrors. BBB tapped the glass. Noted. He reached down to turn up the music, but the speakers crackled with heavy static. The beat dropped out, replaced by a low humming frequency that made the hairs on BBB's arms stand up. Then a voice, the exact same soft whispered voice from his damp vest dreams, spoke through the car's tweeters. Bunny nay. The wheel has stopped spinning. The grid is open. Look for the Blue Neon Lotus. BBB slammed the brakes. He was parked in the middle of a busy junction, but when he looked out the windshield, the other cars weren't moving. Not parked, frozen. A bird hung in midair above the traffic light, its wings entirely still. Wisdom dropped for the day, peace. Time only moves for those who are running out of it. BBB wasn't running anymore. He was waking up.
Okay, I'm officially freaking out. The sky just flashed pixel green for a second. B, drive! Get out of there! Relax, Nary. Panic is just a thief that steals your oxygen, BBB muttered calmly. He wove his car through the frozen traffic, taking a left down an alleyway he swore had never been there before. At the end of the alley, hovering about 3 feet off the ground, was a glowing holographic sign, a Blue Neon Lotus. Below it was a vending machine that didn't sell snacks, but glowing glass vials. BBB stepped out of the car. He looked down at his clothes. His standard work gear was literally dissolving into data fragments, replacing itself. This was his anime transformation moment. The face he had always hidden in the background was taking its true form. He was now draped in a sleek, tactical streetwear trench coat, a pair of shades that reflected code, and boots that made no sound when they hit the pavement. Oh my days! You look like a boss-level character who just unlocked his final form. BBB approached the vending machine. Instead of buttons for A1 or B4, the buttons had words: truth, ignorance, wealth, clarity. A test, BBB whispered to himself. He didn't reach into his pocket for coins. He simply closed his eyes, clasped his hands together just like he did before bed, and projected his energy toward the machine. The glass shattered, not violently, but like falling snow. From the wreckage floated a single golden key. Clue number 1. The key had no teeth, just a USB-style connector glowing with ancient runes.
Part 4. The Bridge of Frequencies. Theme: enlightenment and wisdom. So, let me get this straight. You quit your job, time froze, you got a cyberpunk makeover, and now we're walking toward a bridge that is made entirely of, what is that, bass waves?
Frequencies, Nary. Everything is vibration, BBB said, standing at the edge of a massive gorge that had suddenly appeared where the city's river used to be. Spanning across the gap was a bridge made of shimmering, translucent sound waves. This was the bridge from the prophecy. The bridge has appeared. Will it be crossed? A figure stepped out from the mist on the other side. It looked exactly like BBB, but its colors were inverted. A shadow clone. the ultimate anime trope, but with a twist. "You can't cross mystery," the shadow sneered. "You still hold on to the anger of this morning. You still care about the disrespect of the people you left behind. That weight will pull you through the sound waves, and you will fall." BBB chuckled, a low, rumbling sound. He didn't pull a weapon. He didn't strike a fighting stance. Instead, he sat down right there on the edge of the cliff, crossing his legs. "You're right," BBB said. "I did care. But holding on to someone else's toxic energy is like drinking poison and expecting the other guy to die." He took a deep breath. As he exhaled, a black, smoky aura left his body and evaporated into the air. He stood up, lighter than a feather. He took a step onto the bridge. It held his weight perfectly. The shadow on the other side screamed and shattered like glass.
Note to self, Bwoy Bunny doesn't fight his demons. He just out-meditates them.
Shh.